Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And some room to work. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Throwing Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second. This defense for the Cowboys, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That is caught, and he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They hold it to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Nix. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Prescott from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he's across midfield to the 48. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. The Cowboys at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, 38 yards. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Nix to the air. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Prescott to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
47. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. Still fighting. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now it's Nix. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Saw the linebacker, Damone Clark, coming through with a stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Moore, the man in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, here's Nix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Prescott now. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. To give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Nix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Nix. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In motion left goes Sutton. Nix looking to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Brown. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 30.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
Brings up third down.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And a fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 55 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You talk about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Throwing Nix.
On the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Nix from the shotgun.
Buying time to... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Bo Nix,
a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Chase Brown, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. Now the 22-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good for a Cowboys.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Prescott from the gun. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.